Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Intercepted by the Vikings. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
The pass.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown, Vikings.
Minnesota.
Irv Smith Jr., his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead.
Dan Bailey.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
The kick is good.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Jets, nothing.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off and not the ha-ha. That was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 11 catches, 123 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Danielle Hunter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. Caught left side, Williams. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off season about our season opener opponent. and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
Darnold completes it. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Throwing again is Darnold. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Darnold's pass.
And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back.
The pass.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
And it's 3rd down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle to Smith. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally.
23 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Cook. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On play action, they'll throw. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings.
Touchdown, Minnesota.
Adam Thielen, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Returnable here for Davis. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at at their own 22.
The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
4-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Intended for Jamison Crowder. Incomplete.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Able to slither by. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 30 yards.
1st down, Minnesota.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Herb Smith Jr. with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And it is now 21-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's polished off by a Viking score.
Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The New York set to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
30-yard line. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Darnold from the gun. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, going for Jeff. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
Dane Bailey lining up.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Le'Veon Bell and the Jets ready to begin their next drive. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? That catch good for only a couple.
At the 27.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Right there, 54, right there, 50.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Throw left side, complete. That's Bell.
Darnold's pass.
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're going to face a third down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
That's caught by Hollister and brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
45-yard line.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Danielle Hunter make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Well, they get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. From the 50, it's Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Shaquem Griffin. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
The pass.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Back to throw here. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll set up to throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Jets are going to get the football back.
And that's just simply good coaching and excellent technique on that play. You know why? Because everyone wants to rush the passer when they want to throw the football, but you're not always going to get there. So what are you taught to do? When the ball's finally thrown, get your hands up in the passing lanes, and they batted that one away.
No. Crowder's got it over the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
A first down throw, Darnold. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
54, Mike. 54, Mike. Check. Watch 54.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. A final shot before the break, Darnold. And he will find his man on the outside. So we've come to halftime. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last drive, They were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. It's a first down, his fourth catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Down Vikings.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory.
At the 48-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They're going to look to throw. Complete. Jefferson the target. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
The pass.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Middle of the field to Jefferson. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
But it's third down.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. They'll set up a throw. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
He's tackled at the 7.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
At the Jets' 8-yard line.
They try again with Cook. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Madison. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on, and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And this offense is running away with this one. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Returnable here for Davis. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 38-yard line.
Darnold. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Right there, 54.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. On the ground, it's Cook. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Back to you. I'm going back to you.
They'll run with Cook. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I just wonder if before that last play, if someone on the defense stepped in the huddle and said, we've been run over, run around, run through all game long. Can we come up with one stop right here? And on that play, they did.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
But down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support, as we just saw there.
So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
On second down, it's Bell. Solid footwork, but not able to get a whole lot. Brought down shy of the 10. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
3 brings up 3rd and 3.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54, Mike. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
To throw is Darnold. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
On the deep ball. It leads to 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Big stop, G. Big stop.
Here's Darnold. And he comes back with 1 complete. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The Jets on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 2. Darnold to throw again. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Sacked.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. So here are the Vikings to take over. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Keeps himself upright. Oh, now a strip. He loses the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer.
Rosas lining up for the
2nd time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over first and 10.
And out now come the Vikings. And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one. That one looks like he'll throw here. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. The first down screen pass, good for 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now he dumps this off over the middle. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in.
7-yard line.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. They're going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. In 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54. Mike.
Now it's Darnold. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown. And that was